Hello, everybody. I'm Alex. I'm here joined with Kinfey Lo. He is a senior cloud advocate on Microsoft, and he's been focusing particularly on AI, Microsoft Fabric, and even Semantic Kernel. So, Kinfey, do you want to give an introduction to the listeners of who you are?
Hello, everyone. My name is Kinfey. Thank you, Alex, to introduce me. I'm Microsoft Cloud Advocate. I focus data and AI. Before I joined Microsoft, I'm Microsoft MVP too. You can see the slide. I I am over 9 years by Microsoft MVP and focus different technology and focus AI and cloud native. This time, I focus OpenAI and large language model in different scenario. Just like you need to have some relation database and some NoSQL database and structured files. This time, Microsoft Fabric publish is for people or in company to control different data. They can use unified API to control their data in their business scenario and different roles. If you are data engineer, you can use Microsoft Fabric to set the data, choose different data source in the platform. Another, if you are data science, you can choose different data for your machine learning jobs. Microsoft Fabric can give you very easy to control data.
Nice. The unification of data solutions is super important, right? A lot of companies, a lot of people might have their data in all over the place, and having one single solution or one single destination product that brings it all together is super powerful.
I publish Microsoft Fabric Copilot for people to, you can run these samples to learn, what is Microsoft Fabric, how to use Microsoft Fabric with semantic kernel.
Yeah, can you walk through at the architecture level, how does semantic kernel fit in addition to Fabric?
For the semantic kernel and Microsoft Fabric. I write blogs to talk about this. Maybe we can show the samples to the audience to let them to know, how to do this. Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see the demo.
Microsoft Fabric, Lakehouse, you need to have some Azure Blob Storage. I upload two things. The first thing is the docs. Docs is including some Microsoft Fabric contents. Is the markdown files. Another is I use Azure Blob Storage to store all the some skill. This is the very basic prompt. You can access Microsoft Fabric in the Power BI portal and choose data engineer. Here, this is the different roles in Microsoft Fabric portal. Here is the data engineer, data science, data warehouse, real-time analytics. But this time you choose the data engineer here and then choose the Lakehouse. Because Lakehouse can store all the different data sources, we can use the Lakehouse to import the Azure Blob Storage here. I click the Lakehouse and give the name and then create here. If you finish the Lakehouse, you can see, okay, you can see the different four buttons here. The first button is the data flow John 2. Oh, the second flow is the data pipeline. And the notebook, I think if you are data engineering, you need to notebook to analyze your data and some new shortcut. But this sample, I will give you another thing is how to import Azure Blob Storage. So this time, new data pipeline. You can choose the data pipeline to import the Azure Blob Storage data to Lakehouse and give the name. Here, I set the name is the Azure Blob pipeline. Okay, create. Wait a moment, and it will show you, you need to copy the data into Lakehouse. I think this this sample, we use Azure Blob Storage. So I search the blob storage. The first thing, click less, and then you can see that you can choose the existing connection or create new connections, and choose the create new connections here. Here you can give the account name or URL. I suggest you this time use the URL. Where is the URL? You can choose some files here and copy the URL here to the input box, and then cancel the file. Just here is the MS Fabric blob. This is the my Azure Blob Storage name. Another is the MS Fabric blob is the container name. You can choose you can create the Azure Blob Storage in different name, but here I use the same name here. So this is the same. And then if you finish, click less. You can see, you need to give the container name. MS Fabric is the container name. And we try again. You can see that Azure Blob Storage folder and file all is here. You can see the scale files include KB files, include different POM files and config files. Another is the doc files. So this we need to import this subfolder into the Lakehouse. So I choose the folder is the container name, and then you can see this is the markdown files and the POM files and the skill files. You need to set the binary copy because this is the final. So choose the binary copy and choose the less. And then you can see, you can choose the S10 Lakehouse. This is our create before the Lakehouse name, and choose the less. Okay, you can choose the root folder. Folder path is the empty because you not set anything. You just use the default files here, and choose less is the destinations file binary, and less, and finish and save and run. You can see the connection name and container and the Lakehouse name. Okay, and save and run the file. You can see the file will, when you finish the select in the import some items, it will save and run and import the Azure Blob Storage data to the Lakehouse. So wait a moment, it will finish the import. If you all the success, just like here, or finish all the data, and the valuable and select the copy data, you can give the name, and source is here, and destinations is here, is no problem. And then, okay, you finish the first step, is your data engineer, right? And then you need to give you finish the data import in the Lakehouse now, and then you need to pass the data science jobs. So choose the data science in the left corner, choose the data science, and then because the time is where we have to create the notebook, and this time we create a notebook. You can create a notebook, but I have to create a notebook before. You can see, this is the Lakehouse name, Lakehouse name, and you can see, the file is here, the markdown files and the skill files is here, and then you can think, I can use the semantic kernel now because semantic kernel can help you to chunking and embedding. The first thing you need to install semantic kernel version. This time semantic kernel support it not support the Azure Search Documents new versions, but beta 6 support the beta 6. So I choose the beta 6 version because I use Azure Search documents for the embedding. So this time I need to install the preview version beta 6. Maybe in these 2 days we can upgrade in the beta 8, support the new versions Azure Search contents, and then you can import the semantic kernel connector is the Azure chat completion and Azure text embedding. Another is the cognitive search, and set the chat model and embedding endpoint from your Azure portal, Azure OpenAI portal. Kernel is the new objects use SK Kernel, and then add the chat service in OpenAI ChatGPT service. And another is the text embedding. And you need to use the Azure Cognitive Search memory storage. The portal is the default. 1536 is the default size for the MetaDB. Another is your Azure Cognitive Search URL and the Azure Cognitive Search API. And you need to import the skills from your Microsoft Fabric links. This is where because you use the Lakehouse, so the path is you need to define this Lakehouse and default and files skills. This is the default file URL from the Lakehouse. So you import the skills. Another is the import the skill from the directory is the base skill set and V skills folder. Just like here, I set the V skills here and then read the files. And because the markdown files is very interesting, you need to let the AI to know, oh, the markdown files had the some signal is important, so we need to use the some chunking from the coding and some chunking in the OpenAI. So I can set the when you finish the semantic kernel thing, you can see the result. We can set this result in the JSON files to cage the KB knowledge base, just like Fabric and some SaaS foundation and one like different concepts here, and then we can set the contents in we can set the results from the JSON to the JSON files and save the JSON format to the Fabric to the Azure Cognitive Search. This is the vector DB save. Save the different concept because we can set the cell in the different JSON files, and then you can search what is Fabric. It will give you the Fabric answers here. So you can run all the notebooks in the Microsoft Fabric notebooks environments. This is the very simple samples for the Microsoft Fabric and semantic kernels. You can see just like I do before, data engineer can import the Azure Blob Storage data to Microsoft Fabric Lakehouse, and data science to finish the chunking and embedding in the Microsoft Fabric notebooks. All scenario is very easy, just like you use this scenario, call the local files. It's very easy to control the data and the AI together. So I just finished the very easy simple. Alex, do you have some question or something?
I think this is a great example showing the whole end-to-end experience of using Fabric, connecting it to your data sources, and then now asking or using the semantic kernel to build skills, plugins to then build some stuff on top of it. It's very cool. Thank you for sharing it.